So, is it that the Arizona Cardinals are a very, very, very bad football team right now, or is that the Colts are one of the hottest teams in the National Football League and having almost half their defense out, their whole offensive line out, some big wide receivers, just having some big time players out and still pulling out the win versus a 10-win team. Granted, this Cardinals team is not a very good team right now. They lost their Lions the previous week, and they've just have not been a very good team. Since DeAndre Hopkins has been out, that has been the big issue. When Hopkins is out, they don't have an identity. So this Colts team obviously did something to throw Kyler Murray off, to throw this Cliff Kingsbury's led offense off. Jonathan Taylor found a way to still run for over 100 yards. Carson Wentz had an amazing fourth quarter, which we have been waiting for a very long time from him. We have been waiting to see him make a few big plays like that again. He did not have a very good first three quarters. Fourth quarter, when it mattered the most, wow. He came through and made some huge throws. Huge throws. And like I said, Jonathan Taylor's, this game was kind of reversed for him. The first half, the first play of the game, he busted open, a 40, 50-yard run? The first game. The first freaking play. And with all the adversity that this team faced, they were down so many big-time starters in Quentin Nelson and Mark Lewinsky, Braden Smith. No, Braden Smith was actually not out yet. But Smith was just placed on the COVID list, which is scary. That'll be in another video, but you have Quentin Nelson, Mark Lewinsky, Darius Leonard, Corey Willis, Jahlil Adai, Rocky Sin, TJ Carey, Zach Pascal, Kamal Couture, all guys that were out. And those are some pretty big playmakers, each and every one of them. Actually, no, Jahlil Adai was one of the guys who played for the Colts this weekend. He was just placed on there on the COVID list. So, if you go through the first four players, Nelson, Glowinski, Leonard, and Willis, all those guys are extremely solid players. As we know, Quentin Nelson and Mark Lewinsky are some of our best offensive linemen. Yeah, Ryan Kelly has been out as well with the personal matter. Don't forget that. And then we also went without Jack Doyle the whole game almost. Kylan Granson stepped up and did pretty good blocking. He did pretty good catching a few big balls and just helping his team win the game. Same with Molly Cox. He made a few huge plays as well. So let's go off the players now. We talked about Wentz having an amazing fourth quarter. We talked about Taylor finding a way to run over 100 yards, but 4 out of the 5 starting offensive linemen were out. Even some third stringers were out there. Frank Reich and Chris Ballard have built a powerhouse with so many of our players out, facing so much adversity, as we saw in the Frank Reich, post-game speech and the press conference. He is so pumped up and so happy that Chris Ballard helped them put this team together as well. These two know what they're doing. These two get along. These two definitely are an amazing duo at head coach and GM. Very important for those two to get along. And not do they only just get along, they work hard, day in and day out, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. The work doesn't stop for them, and it shows. It shows that we built this team the right way. That Chris Ballard built this team the right way, and then Frank Reich is using every single bit of it, whether it's on the practice squad, whether they're third stringers, whether they're starters. He finds a way to get the best out of every single player, no matter where they come from on this team, practice squad. Even if they're signed off, free agency, 3 days, Frank Reich will find a way to get them ready. Frank Reich definitely had games early on this season and before this stretch that were not very good. They were very questionable. Why did you stop running the ball here? Well, you know what? My questions are laid to rest. He knows what he's doing. You can't have the same game plan. You can't have, you can't listen to the public. You have to do what you believe in. You have to stay confident in what you're doing, and he did that. He didn't care. He even came out in a press conference and said, during the Bucks game, I think, he was addressing the fact that we didn't run it for a lot at all. That was because the Bucks were really stacking the line a lot, and they were really giving them a good look to pass the ball. So Frank Reich was passing the ball, and it was really working until Wentz turned the ball over a few times. So Frank Reich knows what he's doing. I'm not questioning Frank Reich no more. As fans, we do get a bit over upset sometimes. We do overreact sometimes. But that's the fan nature in us. But at this moment right now, Frank Reich has done an absolute amazing job this year so far. Not a great start, but we came back from adversity. And then Desmond Pittman, happy that he got his first game. So happy that he got his first touchdown. He deserved it. He's a hard worker. You really saw Pittman really go up to him and really give him a big bump after, big hit kind of after he scored that touchdown. Pitt and Des, as y'all know, are really close. And then T.Y. had himself a game. Maybe didn't have over 100 yards, but he had himself a few big catches. That touchdown catch. He had a few first downs. He had that big play later on in the game. T.Y. may not be in his prime, but he still makes some pretty damn big plays, as we just seen on Christmas Day. And then Michael Pittman Jr., him and Carson Wentz bounce back. He bounces back after a game where, he was kicked out. Just wasn't having a good game. Very questionable on both ends with the disqualification. Why was Pittman knocked out? Duggar was knocked out for a good reason. Why was Pittman, though? I mean, he did retaliate a little bit, but still, nonetheless, that's over with, and he stepped up, and he came back, and he played hard. And then you have the defense. The defense stepped up. For Darius Leonard being out, the heart and soul of this defense played their freaking hearts out. They played so well. So well. They played so well. I'm so freaking happy with what this defense did. Without the heart and soul. Without Kamoko Toure. Without Curry Willis. Without Rocky Sin, TJ Carey, some vets. They still got it done. They only allowed 16 points to a Kyler Murray-led Cardinals offense. Granted, like I said, the Cardinals are cold right now. And we just completely froze them. Isaiah Rodgers stepped up. He had a pretty good game. He did allow one touchdown. That was rough. But otherwise, he had a good game. EJ Speed, 9 tackles. Pretty good game. George Odum. Wow. George Odum had an amazing game. He had some nice pass deflections. George Odum looked really good this game. He might actually be deserving of going to. I know we love him on special teams as well, but he may be deserving of going to another team and maybe getting a starting role someplace else next year. He's that good. He is that good. He is undrafted too. And as I said, Chris Ballard, Frank Reich, doesn't matter if they're drafted in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th round, or if they're undrafted. They're going to find a way to use them. If you're drafted in the 3rd round and you're not performing, they're not going to use you. They're definitely going to take the undrafted guy who is working harder than you. Talent doesn't mean much if you're not working. If you're not using it, if you're not working your butt off to use it to the best of your ability, what's the point? Hard work beats talent that's not working. Bottom line today. And depth. I'm so proud of this team. What a Christmas gift that we got, huh? I know, right? It was amazing. It was great. So, you guys let me know what y'all think about this game. Colts win 22-16, and we got to go on the road and play Las Vegas. Or no, do we play Las Vegas at home? Yeah, I believe we play Las Vegas at home, so that's going to be a huge game there. We're probably going to have a lot of people out again. But I think Vegas is a winnable game. It's not going to be easy whatsoever. It's not going to be easy to play anyone or beat anyone, regardless fully healthy and now even, all this going on. If we beat the Raiders, I think our playoff chances go up even more because if the Raiders beat us, I think they can move ahead of us. I think. But I believe it goes by the conference record first before it goes by the head-to-head. I'm not sure, though. So, you guys have to get back on me on that, or I'll have to get back on you on that. I'll have to put it down in the comments. But, yeah, and then we have the Jacksonville Jaguars last week. 2 games that are not guaranteed. We don't play well in Jacksonville, and us and the Raiders seem to go back and forth every year. So do we beat the Raiders 2 years in a row? I hope so. The Raiders and the Colts game is a bigger game than people are going to realize. I really truly believe that. So we got to beat the Raiders and we got to beat the Jaguars. We got to get into the playoffs hot. Let's win 5 in a row going into the playoffs. Why not? Why not? Let's go do it. Let's go play the Bills again. Let's go play the Bengals or the Titans in the first round. I'm not scared of any of them. I'm not scared of no one. This team is built to beat anybody. This team is built to win football in late January. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So, you guys let me know what you think about this game. Let me know what you think about Frank Reich. Are you feeling better with Frank Reich now? I definitely am from how I was in the beginning of the season. Oh, yeah. One more thing. Bubba Ventrone. Special teams. He is amazing. Bubba Ventrone has been such an amazing special teams coach who has made such a big difference in the special teams unit. I want to make a whole nother video on this. I just wanted to mention him quick here, but wow. I thank you guys for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show, where every fan is welcome, where we just recap the Colts versus the Cardinals, where the Colts had so many players out, but they still find a way to overcome this adversity and beat a 10-win team on the road on Christmas Day on national television. That's all I got. That's a wrap. I'll catch y'all next time.